friends, it's Sydney from Sid Plans It Out. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Today we're going to be doing some March goals, and I'm going back to the Makselife. I really fell off of this last year, and so this year I was like, I'm just not gonna do it because it didn't work for me last year. But also last year I in total probably spent, oh man, if I had to think about it, I probably spent like 2 full months of last year traveling. No, more than that. Like 3 full months maybe traveling for work. If you added all of it up together, it was a lot. So like keeping track of doing goals and like weekly actions and things like that, it just wasn't, it wasn't a thing last year. It was, yeah, it just wasn't gonna happen. And you know what? That's fine. And it is what it is. But I've tried like 2 different things now, right? So I've tried just the normal, like I'm just gonna make a page, I'm gonna put it in a planner, and that's gonna be my goal tracker for the month. That worked okay for me in January. And then in February, I was like, you know, I'm gonna get a new planner. And I tried the Laurel Denise, and that planner is like fantastic. Like the concept of that planner is so cool. Like highly recommend if you are someone who wants to see like all of the things at once. Highly recommend that planner because it's really cool. But it wasn't working for me for goal setting and goal planning like I thought it was going to. And honestly, if I hadn't like already found a system for this year for just like regular planners that worked for me, I would probably use the Laurel Denise, but I like my planner system right now, so I'm good without it. But yeah, so that's how this year has gone so far. January was okay. February, I feel like I did well with my goals, like pretty well with them, but I didn't feel like where I had them was working for me for like keeping track of them, I guess. But, so that is why, sorry, words. So that's why I've decided to go back to the Makselife. I've also been watching, which I've talked about her before because I really like her, but I've been watching Taylor from Tattooed Teacher Plans. She uses like the Makselife planner as just like her main planner, and she does like, you know, she uses all the goal setting and whatnot. And I've watched a couple of her goal setting videos before, but I've watched a couple of them this year already as well. And I just feel like even though we're kind of in different places in life, because she's like, I think she said she's coming up on 40, so she's like 10 years older than me, but I feel like the way we're living our lives is kind of similar right now. And I've just felt like really good watching her videos and being like, man, like that can really work for me. I just have to make it work. And I feel like I've been doing good with goals in general. So back to this. Now, this is going to be for March. These are quarterly, right? So it has 3 months in it at a time. And then at the back, there's a quarterly assessment. So I won't have this for December, but I think that's okay, honestly. I know a lot of people don't set goals in December. I feel like it helped me to jumpstart for this year having set goals in December, but I also feel like if I can really like get into this year, then maybe I could do without in December. And if I do decide that I need it, I can definitely just like make some pages and whatnot and like stick them in or whatever I want to do. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to use these, even though they're quarterly. I'm going to start this one. I already have written in this one for March. I'm using the monthly for social media. But I think at the end of the quarter, which would be the end of March, I'm going to do this quarterly assessment, even though it won't be like, you know, I won't be done with this book. I feel like I still want to actually do the quarterly assessment at the end of the quarter. So it's going to be like a little bit strange for this year, but I have 3 of these left, which is perfect. I feel like I definitely had the other one that I only used part of, but then I got a little hasty when I was going through things, and I think I threw it out, even though it only had part of it that was used, but it's fine. We're gonna make these work because I have 3 of them and they were kind of expensive. And I think that I'm in the right mindset this year to actually make this work. So all of that being said, let's dive in here. So the first thing that I did is I went through and I found the end of a month, and I wrote down these monthly reflections on another piece of paper because there's not one at like the beginning, right? Because it should be like the end of the other book. So yeah, but I wanted to do these monthly reflections. So let's kind of go over how I'm feeling as we approach the end of February here. When I'm filming this, it's the 25th. So there's 4 days left of I almost said December, of February, but I feel pretty good in that these are the things that I'm like settled on and whatnot. Like these are my feelings on my goals for February and how I'm feeling about them. So my biggest wins this month were a workout routine. I think I've worked out more in February than I have ever in my life in a single month. Like honestly, ever in a single month. Yeah, so I'm feeling good about that. I did a lot of reading. I think I read almost every single day this month. Proud of myself for that. And I'm making progress on like a daily routine, like making sure that I'm getting the things done that are going to set me up for success and all of that good stuff. However, there's definitely progress still to be made on that. All right, so the next one, things that are currently working in my life. Working out like in the middle of the day. I know for some people that could be potentially annoying, like getting up and showering and then working a little bit and then going to the gym and then showering again. But I don't know, it feels good to me. I know my mom used to do that like every day when she worked when she worked in person. She would go to the gym on her lunch break and shower and like get ready and back into her work clothes that she had been wearing. So it's definitely not a crazy concept, but for some reason it was insane to me to be able to do that, even though I work from home, whatever. But that has been working out for me really well, because if I just do it in the middle of the day, then there's no like, oh, I'm too tired excuse, really. Audiobooks have also been really helpful for me for reading so far. This year I've read 8 books and 5 of them have been audiobooks. So that has been very beneficial. And my daily tracker in my weeks, this like thing that I created has been very helpful to me as well. I definitely think that is something that is working, and we're working on tweaking that as well. I think that video, yeah, I just put up a week's where I tweaked that little thing a little bit. So it's definitely working, but you know, we're improving it as we go as well. Things that are currently not working. Sleeping just feels like it's not working. I don't know. I know that sounds like really silly, but I feel like I'm not sleeping. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm dreaming too much. Like I'm never really asleep. I don't know. It's very strange. It hasn't felt great recently, if I'm being honest. And because I'm like, feel like I'm dreaming so much, I feel like I'm like so actively dreaming too. Like I'm remembering them and whatnot, that I feel like I'm so tired when I wake up still. So I don't know. And because I'm so tired, getting up early / on time has been really hard. So we have to do something to fix that. And I think the something is going to be using my phone less, especially like before bed. I think that's probably going to help. And then other things that are not working, eating at home and not door dashing. It's really just my own fault because I'm not like setting myself up for success with it. So we're going to work on that. And then low spending has been terrible. Like I'll go, 4 days and not spend anything. And then on the 5th day, I'll spend like $100. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's a struggle. We're working on it though. That's like my big focus for March is going to be financial stuff. All right. What I learned this month. There's way more time in the day than I'm like utilizing. And if I just like focus and get things done, I can get things done and still have time to like read and do other things and whatever. And yeah, I just need to focus and not give in to being on my phone all the time. It's bad. It's real bad. What improvements or adjustments do I need to make going into the next month? So less phone time, like I said, better sleeping, like sleep-wake consistency. So I think that's part of my problem is just creating like an actual sleep cycle for myself. I'm not sure. Something along those lines. And then I need to make more of a meal plan, or no, well, that is one of the things, but that's not what meal planning was there. I need to make more of a plan for my day. Like if I put the day down on paper in hourly increments, I don't know that that will happen, but I need to like tell myself like, okay, I have this break at this time. That's when I'm going to go to the gym. I have this break at this time, or, you know, I'm going to take a break at this time and I'm going to go do these chores and these are the order that I'm going to do them in. And this is what I'm going to do. Like that has been helpful to me, especially like this weekend. I've gotten so much done because I've been like, okay, I finished this. Now what do I need to do? I need to do these things. So we're going to do this one first and then this one, and then we're going to do this one. Okay, go. And then like regrouping after that. So yeah. And then less impulse buying, just buying in general, honestly, it needs to happen in March. I'm just like spending money. I feel like I'm spending money just to spend money right now, but also like I'm not trying to. So I don't know. We're working on it. What am I most grateful for right now? My grandpa being home. He spent like all of January and half of February in the hospital because of kidney stones and then an infection and like all the things. It was wild, honestly. But he's home now and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for books and audiobooks and being consistent with reading. I'm also grateful for warm weather. Warm weather in February kind of scares me because, you know, global warming, but I'm not going to complain about the fact that there's sunshine and 68 degrees. All right. Habits that I want to nurture next month. Wake sleep cycle. Water, because I've been doing like pretty well with water the last week. So definitely want to like really nurture that in March, especially because I'm going to be traveling. And if I don't like really make it a priority and pay attention to it, it's not going to happen. Reading, because like I said, I've been pretty consistent with that. So I want to keep up with that, and also working out again. We're working on nurturing those, continuing to be consistent. Yeah, consistent with those. My brain like stopped halfway through and was like, wait, what were you saying? Yeah. Okay. Welcome to my brain. And the area that I want to focus on next month, financial. That's like the biggest one for me. Like all of the other ones, like, you know, these habits that I want to nurture and whatnot, and everything else is important to me. But the area that I'm like really like, you have to get your life together, Sydney, is financial. So that's what we're doing next month. That's where we're going. And I would say my overall satisfaction for this month was like a 6. Like I could do better, but I had instances where I was doing really well. So I would say I'm like mid-ground on that. Like I'm proud of the progress that I'm making, but I know that there's more progress to make, kind of thing. So yeah, that is where I'm at the almost end of February, pretty much end of February. So let's get into this month. So like I said, I'm using this for social media, and then we're going to fill in this. And because this is undated, there's 5 weeks in all of these. So I'm using this one. I kind of just have like some ideas written down for weekly actions for like this end of February, beginning of March week, and I will fill that out later. But we are here for March goals, and we're gonna get it together. Some of the other reason that I haven't filled this in all the way yet, even though it's the 25th right now, is because some of those I might, like, once I start really getting into this, I might change my mind on some of them and be like, actually, let's do this, that kind of thing. So let's get into this. I have my Moxie markers. I'm very tempted to buy the dot markers, but also, like, I have these, and I feel like if I buy, I had these all in order and then I just messed it up by picking them up like that. I feel like, knowing myself, if I buy the dot markers, I'll never use these again and they will go to waste. So yeah, we're just gonna stick with these. All right, first things first, for personal. So like I was saying, I really need to work on a consistent routine of wake and sleep. Like, yeah, of waking and sleeping. Like, I have my goals, you know, like of a 7 a.m. wake up time, going to bed at 9:30 in my Hobonichi weeks. But if I like look back on that, I don't think I have hit that in forever. Like, it's been months since I've consistently done that. So that's what we're shooting for this month. Is, I think I'm gonna put, how do I want to write it? I probably need a pen. Let's put sleep routine. I think that's what we're gonna put as like the main piece there. And then we'll do, I'm just gonna use the chisel tip for this, so I don't feel like taking the other end off. We'll do 7 a.m. wake, 9:30 p.m. bed. And this is like just being in bed, like ready to sleep, because I know that when you lay down in bed, you don't automatically go to sleep. So, but if I am in bed by like 9:30, laying down ready to, like, trying to actively sleep, I'm usually asleep by like 10 if, you know, my brain shuts up. So that would put 9 hours of sleep if I woke up at 7. Ideally, I would like to wake up at 6, but since I'm struggling like with going to sleep consistently, I feel like I'm struggling to wake up. It's just like a vicious cycle at this point. So we're gonna really focus on that in March. Also, I know it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a little weird, honestly, when I'm traveling for work, because I have to be at work by 6 a.m. on those days. So we'll just like shift, right? So if I have to be at work at 6, I need to be up by like, because I have to leave like half an hour early. So I have to leave by 5:30. So I need to be up by like 4:30. So that's what, 2.5 hours earlier. So this would be being in bed by like 7:30, which is never a problem, ever. Usually I'm so tired, it's absolutely ridiculous. So the going to bed part when I'm traveling is not usually hard. It's the waking up part. But we're gonna do our best on this. All right, the other one for this, oh wait, hold on. I wanted to put for the weeks. So we're gonna do, I think 5 weeks. How many weeks are technically, well, okay. So I've realized the way that planners are set up, usually, is that whichever month, so like during a week, whichever month is the most is usually where it ends up in the planner. So like, for example, this week, there's only 3 days that are March and there's 4 days that are February. So this would be technically part of the February calendar still. So that's how I'm going to treat this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of March. So that's what we're going to do here. That has just been my observation of how planners work. And that's what I've been going with for that concept. So, all right, so we have our 4 weeks there. The other one is I'm trying to decide what do I want to put. So I have less phone time. So I have tracking screen time or my phone down at 8 p.m. I think in this instance, because I'm really trying to focus on sleep, we're gonna do phone down at, whoa, what happened there? Whatever. I don't know what happened to that at sign, but that's okay. So that's what we're gonna do there. And the focus for personal this month is definitely sleep. So that's what we're gonna put up here. Oh man, I smeared that. I knew that was gonna happen too. Oh well. Okay, moving on. This is gonna be a longer video, which I'm sure you already know because you clicked on it. But this is gonna be a longer video because I had a lot to say. All right, so fun and recreation. I originally wrote down 2 things here, but thinking about the fact that I'm going to be traveling, knowing that I'm going to be spending, I think it's like, I mean, I have to work like 8 days, 10, let's see, 10, 12, 13, it's like 14 days-ish that I'm going to be like really focused on work versus, you know, and like being traveling and all of that stuff. So I'm just gonna do the one, and it's gonna be, whoops, the one that I'm most like, I'm proud of myself for making progress on. And it's going to be reading, just reading some amount 2 to 3 times a week. So that's really like, that's my main thing there. Just want to continue on that. And I want to prove to myself that just because I'm traveling doesn't mean that I can't still do things like that. So the focus for fun and recreation is really just, I want to say consistency, but I feel like that's going to be, you know what? No, I think that's what we're going to say. Consistency. This word is so hard for no reason. Okay. It looks so very strange, but that's what we're going with. All right. Work and learning. Oh man. There's a lot of work stuff happening. Like, you know, my full-time job stuff happening. And I think the biggest thing, and this one's hard because it's not really, it's not like super measurable, right? To like say that I need to focus more, but like, that's really what I need to do is focus more. So I'm trying to like figure out, I mean, I could just say like less phone time, honestly, would, I think that's what we're gonna do here. Okay, so we're gonna do more focus during work hours. Less phone usage. And to make this measurable, oops, I could track screen time. More focus during work hours, less phone usage. Yeah, let's do decrease screen time. So what I'll probably do is just every day I will mark down. So we'll do track daily screen time. That's what I'll do. So I will track between the hours of probably 9 to 5, because I really just like don't have the ability to focus until like 8:30 or 9 usually. So I will track in between those hours how much am I using my phone, and hopefully it will decrease by the end of the month. And we'll probably track this again during April as well, because the middle of March when I'm traveling is going to like skew this a little bit, I'm sure. And then the other thing for March is going to be, I love when that happens. Or the other thing, so this is like my full-time job things, and then social media things, which I don't really think about it as work, but like it kind of is work. I don't know. I get paid like from YouTube every couple months if I'm lucky, but whatever. I guess technically it's work. For social media, I need to, I wrote filming for travel, which like, yes, but I guess, videos, how do I want to write this? I might come back to that just because I can't think of how to write it right now. But can I make the focus? Because that's really what the focus is. The focus for work and learning is to focus. So I think that's what I'm gonna put. I don't know. It's kind of funny, but it's fine. All right. Family and relationships. So we have a few things here. First thing is my extended family, like my cousins are coming into town for my grandpa's birthday. My cousin is a doctor, so he didn't have like a 3-day weekend until like the first weekend of March. So they're coming down and we're celebrating my grandpa's birthday, which was in February, like mid-February. So I don't know what we're doing yet, but that's happening. And then my birthday, but that doesn't have anything to do with this. I'm just thinking like in terms of birthdays at this point, because my best friend from high school, her birthday is the day after mine. So I want to, I'm usually very good at this, but I'm going to make sure that I text her for her birthday. And then the last thing for family and relationships will be Easter, because my family always does things on Easter. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but something on Easter. And hopefully my little brother can find his basket this year and not be a dingbat, because last year he could not find it for, gosh, like honestly, I don't even know how he kept missing it. He just like refused to believe that it was his, because it had something in it for his girlfriend too. So he was like, that's not mine. It was a whole thing. You know, teenage boys. Gotta love them. All right, so family and relationships. The focus here is going to be enjoyment, because I'm gonna be tired. The other reason that I wrote this in, even for my friend, even though I'm really good about texting people for their birthdays, is because I'm going to be traveling on our birthdays. And that always just throws off my life. So, you know. All right. Health and wellness. Here we go. We're going to do... Honestly, I just have 2, which is totally fine. Workout, which... I'm not going to beat myself up for, like, if I'm pretty positive. Just knowing how tired I usually am, I probably won't end up getting all of the workouts in, or maybe even any workouts in during the weeks that I'm traveling. I mean, maybe because of how I'm traveling, I might be able to make it work. But if it, like, doesn't happen, I'm not going to be super hard on myself because... those 12-hour shifts kick my booty, and I end up usually filling my rings just from doing that. So I'm definitely getting the movement in, but we're working on giving ourselves grace this year, right? That's important. It's important to give yourself grace, and that is definitely something that I am trying to work on. But also not giving myself too much grace, because I'll do this thing where I'm like, oh, I'm giving myself grace, it's fine. And then continue to just not do things repeatedly over and over. And I'm just like, well, I'm giving myself grace. No, it's not how that works. All right. My focus here, I want to also put consistency. But that's really where I'm at with these 2, like, things. Consistency. I think I'm going to do it. I mean, it's my planner, right? I can make it say whatever I want. All right. Moving on to spiritual and personal growth. So I'm going to do, which I've been good about these things, but one of the reasons that I'm putting it in here is because I am traveling, and I know that when I travel, I tend to push my planners to the side, which is fine, but doing daily gratitude and daily highlights is really important for me, especially when I'm traveling, so that I can see, like, even though the day was hard and long and whatever, like, I did it. I can do it. I got this. So that's what we're going to do here. And then, let's see. The other one, because I'm going to be traveling so much, I want to, like, I've been really good about my daily scripture writing, but except for the week when I was traveling. I didn't do it at all that week. And I don't want that to be an excuse, you know? So I want to put that in here and focus on that. And then I'm going to church. And I was contemplating doing in-person church, like telling myself, making it a goal for this month to do in-person church. But here's the thing. I don't feel like I've been consistent enough with this yet to do that. So yeah. And there's going to be 2 weekends that I miss. So, you know, this is going to be the only spot where I put in the week that contains the 3rd. The rest of them, I'm not putting that week in here, but that's okay. So I'll be able to go the 3rd, the 24th, and the 31st, and this one's Easter, and this one's Palm Sunday. So we'll see. Maybe I'll go with my parents and go to their church on those days. I don't know. We'll kind of see what my life looks like. I'm, yeah, not certain yet. Okay, financial. Oh, I wanted to put, or I need to put a focus for this one. This one, the focus is going to be, what's the word? Not consistency, although it is kind of consistency, but I want it to be like not giving up on it, continuing, nurturing, nurture. Let's put nurture. I feel like that's a good one. Okay, financial. Yikes. Okay, I haven't done my taxes yet. I'm hoping to do that this week. So I don't think I'm gonna put it in here. Well, I am, just for the sake of my brain. I'm gonna put it in there. So we'll do taxes. This happened to me last year too. I feel like every year before the last couple of years, I've been really good about doing my taxes in like January. For some reason, the last couple of years, it's been March and about, yeah, it's been March and I'm like, oh crap, I need to do that. It's fine. All right. We're doing no credit card usage at all in March. And I guess I need to make a tracker of some sort for that. Well, I'll do it in the weeklies. That's right. I was like, how am I gonna mark that? And then we're still working on the low spend, no spend. On non-essentials. Because I just need to do this. Like yeah, I should be good on most things that I have right now. Like I was thinking, like clothes I'm good, makeup I should be okay. Which even if I do need makeup, I'll just go get the drugstore kind, you know, like just trying to be more cognizant of what I'm spending and not just being like, oh, well, this is a non-essential, but I haven't spent any money for the last 4 days, so I'll just spend $100 now. Like, that doesn't work that way. I don't know why I can't get that through my own dang head, but I can't. So, you know, we're working on it. Sometimes I just want to, like, to myself because I hurt my own head. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe someday I'll finally annoy myself. Maybe this will be the month. Jeez, where I finally have annoyed myself enough with my inability to get it together that I will get it together. We'll see. All right, the focus here is going to be, I kind of want to put the focus is like the future, because that's kind of, actually, let's do the focus is savings, because that's kind of like what I'm going for, like with saying like the future is, or the focus is future. It's like, you know, saving, like I want to have money in the future. I need to have money in the future. Like I need to stop being obnoxious with my money. All right, last one. Physical environment. If you're still here, I love you. Because I know this has been a long one. All right, last one here. I want to get a car wash in March that includes interior. I got one today for just the exterior. But I want to get one that includes the interior here. Oh, well, I guess it's not a goal. Never mind. I was like, oh, I have some things that are like not normal that I need to pay, but that's not a goal. That's just like a thing. You have to do that. So never mind. Sorry. I distracted myself. All right. The other one is going to be the D-stash that I still haven't done. I've been telling myself to do since what, like freaking October? Wild. You guys, what is wrong with me? I don't know. I think it's just that there's like so much that I'm overwhelmed and I just don't want to do it. Also, I've been spending, when I looked at the amount of screen time that I've had, I've been spending 26 hours a week on social media apps. 17 hours a day, like a week, 17 hours a day, geez, 17 hours a week just on Instagram. So that's a problem that I need to fix, because 26 hours a week on social media apps is like almost 4 hours every day, which is like 30% of my day that I'm awake, I'm spending on Instagram. That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, we're gonna, if we could, you know, stop doing that, we would probably have more time to do things like a D-stash and not be completely overwhelmed. However, because I am traveling for so many days, this is just like continue on this, not like you need to get this done, because I know that that is not feasible unless I spend like an entire weekend, some weekend. Like if I magically have a whole weekend where I can just work on that, then I could get it done, but I don't know about that. So yeah. The focus for physical environment. I don't know. I just thought of another thing though. I want to get back to some sort of daily cleaning. I've been doing pretty well with it, even without having a, like, even without following like a schedule anymore. I've been doing pretty good, but I want to like really get back to that. Like I'm doing some sort of daily cleaning. Something can be cleaned every day, right? Even if it's just like a counter. All right, so the focus would be what? What is my focus? Simplicity, because honestly, these are very simple tasks. Okay, the D-stash is a little bit more, but we're trying to just keep it easy. All right, I still haven't figured out how I want to word this, I guess. I guess I'm just gonna put filming for travel, because I don't know how else. To write it. Like I really just like it. Pretty much the goal there is to make sure that I have videos filmed before I travel. So yeah. Okay, I'm done. That was very long, but I feel like I explained myself well, maybe over-explained, but I'm feeling good about this. I'm feeling good about these goals. I feel like these are all achievable. Even though it does look like a lot, I get that, but like this is a one-time thing. This is a one-time thing. These are just like pay attention to them things. These two things combined, 15 minutes every day, which is really, it's really like 3 things, 15 minutes every day. This, an hour, 2 to 3 times a week. So 2 to 3 hours a week. Okay. This, you know, is part of my day. These are also just like part of the day. So nothing is really like going to add, I guess, necessarily like time to my day, you know, like add things to do to my day. It's just paying more attention, being more cognizant of how I'm spending the time during the day. So yeah, that's going to be all for me in this video. I am really looking forward to diving back into this, because I feel like I said at the beginning of the video, I feel like I'm in a better mindset for this year than I was last year. So hopeful that this will go well for me, and feeling very positive about it. So that's gonna be all for me in this video. I know I've said that 3 times already, but thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, you can hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.